Hi, folks. This is Lee with the Market Sense for the week of January 7th, 2020. I'm not used to hearing 2020 without Barbara Walters' voice. The charts in this presentation are provided to us by Gettess and their Trade Navigator software. And we are looking at a weekly bond market chart here, and you can see they've kind of been sideways for the last couple months here, really. Last week had a little upturn here, and they've come back down. The support that they should have held if they were going to continue to trend up strong was 157.26. They've gone quite a bit through that. Doesn't mean they can't recover it, though. I mean, we've got this kind of war tone going on here, and that could put a jolt into this market. If they do go lower, we've got more support here in the 156.24 area, and then still more at 155.12. But we were really looking for them to head up to 159.12 or so up here to the resistance this week. They haven't done so yet, so I'm still kind of looking for a bounce of some degree. If we don't get that, then, well, they're just sideways. There's not a whole lot to make of this from a directional bias, just they're sideways, and even if they get to that resistance, they'll still be sideways. And that's just kind of the way we're looking at them right now. They're looking for a reason to break out one way or the other, and they don't have one just yet. Stocks, well, boy, they spent the last few months of 2019 trending up nicely, and they continued up over the holidays. And then we got this bombing of the general from the Iranian Republican Guard, which sort of spooked the markets a little bit. And there's been a retaliation from the Iranians just as the market closed Tuesday, so there'll probably be a little more action in the market by the time you guys hear this. In a general sense, you should understand that the market gets really nervous at the thought or threat of wars of any kind. And then once anything happens, they kind of like it. I know that's really perverse, but they do. The fear drives them down, and if things are happening, then they're kind of okay. And I don't want to say they're bullish, but they hold up pretty good usually. So, weird thing. Just there will probably be some sort of incredible reaction to the Iranians' attack, but doesn't mean it's going to last. And well, we'll get into that a little bit here. We were kind of looking at potential support in the 32.27 area. I still think that's going to be sort of the critical area for the week. That is, whether they close above or below that is probably the best indication of how strong they are. But we've got more support down here in the 3200 area. And gosh, just look at this market. How much lower could they go and still be okay? A lot lower. They could, you're looking back down here in the 30-25 area that they could go to, and they'd still look reasonably healthy. So, I'm not ready to turn bearish yet. The short term, the daily is going to turn before the weekly, and the weekly is going to turn before anything else does, longer term. But I'd like to just give you a viewpoint here. This is a monthly chart. And as you can see, the way we look at things here, this 3156 area right here, this upper moving average, that is the highest support that the market should hold if it is in a very strong uptrend. Let me repeat that. The highest support if it's in a strong uptrend. That's 3156. That's a long ways below the market at this point. So again, they'll turn. If they're going to make a high, they're going to turn sooner on the shorter time periods. But in the big picture, you just have to see there's been no damage yet. And until they go below 3156, there's really nothing to look at as being really ugly. And, even there, the same thing. These highs back here at 3025 roughly, go back down to there. Would they look ugly? No, they really wouldn't. So at this point, the trend is still up, and until further notice, the trend's up. So that's what we've got for you today. I hope you can find something profitable to get yourself into, but I also hope you can avoid any nonsense that'll occur because of middle